Hello, this is Ross Bliley from the podcast Pigskin Tales. This podcast is sponsored by Sterling Soap Company. With products sold throughout 41 locations around the globe, Sterling Soap Company has a unique assortment of products to choose from for your loved one for the holidays. Handmade artisan soaps created by Roderick and Amanda Lovin since 2012, these products are affordable and provide great value. Act now and save on your shipping costs. If you purchase $75 or more, your shipping cost is free in the United States. Shop now online at sterlingsoap.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hi, folks. Joe Zagorski here with another episode of Pro Football in the 1970s. In this episode, we'll be talking about remembering the 1972 Cleveland Browns. Now, how many NFL teams during the 1970s do you remember that lost all 6 of their preseason games, yet still went on to earn a playoff spot in the same season? I know one, the 1972 Cleveland Browns. Yes, they were coming off of a playoff season in 1971, but the 1972 Browns looked like a team that had its share of troubles, especially at the beginning of that year. They lost their regular season opener to the Green Bay Packers, and that was 7 straight losses, and it appeared as if that this might not be the year for Cleveland to expand on their past winning pedigree. But the 1972 Browns managed to surprise many pro football fans. They regrouped after that loss to Green Bay and went on to post a 10-4 record, claiming the wild card spot in the AFC. Back then, each conference only had 4 playoff teams, and of course, each team dealt with a 14-game regular season. So there was not much time for any team to develop into becoming a winner. As a result of their victories and some strong individual performances, however, the 1972 Cleveland team was indeed a special team. In the middle of that 1972 season, the Browns reeled off 6 straight victories, including an upset win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the final month of the year, Cleveland knocked off the division rival Cincinnati Bengals and then the New York Jets to qualify for the postseason tournament. A big key in the Browns' surge to the playoffs was their ability to win games within their division. Of their 6 division contests, Cleveland lost only one of them, that being to Pittsburgh. The strength of the 72 Browns was their defense, a unit which surrendered 249 points, which gave them a ranking of 9th best in the NFL. They were led by defensive tackles Walter Johnson and Jerry Shirk, both of whom were healthy all throughout the year. Defensive end Rich Tombstone Jackson came over from Denver and managed to play strong for them in 10 games. A group of veteran players filled out most of the rest of the roster spots on Cleveland's defensive lineup in 1972. They included the likes of linebackers Jim Houston, Billy Andrews, John Garlington, and Dale Lindsey. Cleveland's defensive secondary, however, enjoyed the stellar play of a few young stars, including Tom Darden at safety and Clarence Scott at cornerback. Veteran Ben Davis returned from a knee injury and managed to play in every game in 1972. While the Browns' offense did not post as strong of a batch of statistics as their defensive counterparts, they did enjoy sturdy play nonetheless from several players, including running backs Leroy Kelly, who ran for a team-best 811 yards, and Bo Scott, who contributed 571 yards. Quarterback Mike Phipps had a serviceable third year of his career as he threw for 1,994 yards and 13 touchdowns. But the Cleveland offense as a whole was forced to overcome some of its own worst performances. They were shut out twice in 1972, once to the lowly Chicago Bears and once to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Browns were also the victims of 8 of their own turnovers in a 31-7 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately for Cleveland, They had to go up against the undefeated Miami Dolphins in the first round of the 1972 AFC playoffs. But although they were declared to be heavy underdogs in that game, they still somehow built a 14-13 lead midway through the fourth quarter in the Orange Bowl. That lead could not hold up, however, as Miami surged to a 20-14 victory. In summary, the 1972 Cleveland Browns were a team that, despite its own shortcomings, still managed to win some games when they most needed to win without any real superstars in their lineup, and thus were one of the surprising NFL teams of the 1972 season. Now for this episode's trivia question. Which player caught the most passes for the 1972 Cleveland Browns? Thanks once again for listening to this episode of Pro Football in the 1970s. Thanks also for listening to all the different podcasts here on the Sports History Network. You'll be sure to get any kind of information you want from just about any kind of sport that you enjoy. I'm your host, Joe Zagorski. Thanks once again, and we'll see you on the next episode.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
The Sports History Network, where legends live on and the past plays loud. Welcome to the place where history's proud. From gridiron glory to the hardwood stars, from the racetrack heat to Olympic bars. It's the voices, the stories, the moments you miss, told by fans and pros who live for this. Hook and Themic, the Sports History Network, where the past comes alive. Podcasts and blogs that keep the flame high. From Babe to Brady, Alley to the Dome. If it's history and sports, then this is the home. SportsHistoryNetwork.com, the headquarters of sports yesteryear.